There was actually a season of my life when a full hair or a low hair was a function of who I was dating. And it's funny because it was a real thing. So I could be dating someone today and she feels like, you know what, you should keep your hair low. I like it low. And then you go low. You know, and a lot of reflections that I'll be giving today would be around that subject of not letting, the opinions of others kind of dictate our lives. Because today I'm getting a haircut. And thankfully, I'm now with a woman who loves me regardless, whether I have it full or I have it low. But I'm getting a haircut because, I've lost a lot of hair, no thanks to the surgery in the back of my head. So you guys will be the judge. You tell me if you prefer me with this or with a new look. But then I'll take you along on that journey and we'll reflect on, just having the courage to be you, and that's the offshoot of a book I read last week. But yeah, let's go have a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Energy's here, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's war, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, fam.
What's up, people? In the last 1 week, I haven't done a lot of recording and I've really been taking care of myself because I've been recovering from the surgery. But then, yeah, still been doing business and just got back to work, I think, on Tuesday. And yeah, just getting back into the swing of things. But one of the books I read recently was titled The Courage to be Disliked. And that's something that has stayed with me a lot. And I'll be sharing a bit about that. So if you're someone who's been struggling with, the fear of putting yourself out there, or you've worried a lot and struggled with approval of people, just having people to like you and all that kind of thing, this would be a good one for you, because I will be talking about how we kind of get past that and move into the freedom that lies in just being yourself and living your life. So yeah, this would be a combination of many things, but today I'm off to the hospital to get the surgery wound checked and then have a couple of stops here and there. But yeah, I'll take you on that journey, and this weekend is also packed. So yeah, quite a few things in this episode, hopefully. I will keep building it out, and let's see what else we're able to throw in. But yeah, go along on the journey. Hospital appointment is done. The dressing went well. I'm told it's healing well. One part isn't doing too well, but yeah, they kind of redressed it, and that's it. It's supposed to come back again in a week's time, so fingers crossed it all goes well. So who's ready to see my new and improved look? Let me remove this so that you guys can see it properly. All right, but here it is in 3, 2, 1. I didn't get to cut my hair because the hospital said not to do it yet. When they reviewed the scar tissue, well, not the scar tissue, when they reviewed the wound, that is the line of the surgery, they think it's still a little sore, and so having a cut might not be a good idea. So sadly, I couldn't get my cut. So for anyone who was already anticipating, my fresher, revamped look, sorry, you're gonna have to wait 1 more week. I'm asked to give you 1 more week, so yeah, 1 more week it is. So I'm still stuck with this for a while. The rest of the day was good anyway, but let's carry on with the rest of the vlog, since there's nothing for you to see here now. So as promised, guys, I said I was going to talk about the book I read, The Courage to be Disliked, and why that is important for anyone who wants to live a life of fulfillment and financial independence. And I think it's very key, because a lot of people have failed to be all they're meant to be just because they were worried about what somebody else would think about them. So you've chosen not to quit a job or a career because people already know you as one thing, and you're wondering, oh, what would they say if I start doing that? Especially in the context of, you know, content creation, which is something I'm you know, very bullish on, and I've been an advocate of lately, that everyone should, as much as possible, diversify their income by creating content, especially in the world where there's so much generic content out there. Creating authentic content could be a way for you to create the life that you desire. And this is important, whether you're a 9-to-5er or even an entrepreneur who wants to amplify the voice of what you do. You need to be able to create content about it, and, you know, get people to know what you're about. If you're too ashamed to create content about what it is you do or believe in, why should anybody else care? You know, and if you're so worried that if I show up in front of a camera, people are going to be like, oh God, he's struggling, or why is he bothering to do this? It doesn't matter. You don't owe people an explanation for your life, do you? You know, so live your life based on what you believe is right for you. And of course, there are parameters to that. We need to frame that correctly, you know, and I'm not saying go hurt someone because you think it's right for you, you know, so that's not what we are proposing here. I mean, I'm a Christian, and so everything for me boils down to, you know, honoring God, pleasing God. And so long as that is the framework from which everything else is emanating, then it's absolutely fine, you know. So I would say you definitely want to be your authentic self, because when you're your authentic self and you have the courage to say no to things you don't want to say yes to, and to say yes to the things you want to say yes to, then you begin to attract the right kind of people around you, and not just having phony people. There was a time, I'll tell you one honest example. If you look at a couple of videos before, I used to run ads to boost the visibility of some of my posts in the past, and then I started to ask myself, why am I bothering to do this? Because most people who would see it via ads don't even watch it through, and even if they did, they probably won't come back because an ad calls them to view that post in the first place. And I started to tell myself, if I want to build a real community, then I want to attract people who actually want to be here, people who care about me or the content I'm producing enough to come, and enough to subscribe, and enough to stay, you know. And hence I stopped doing that. And now, does it hurt? Yes, it does. When I post a video and I see I'm only getting 30-40 views on it, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But is that the best way to grow? Yes. Through the pain, through the disappointment, through the difficulty, that is the best way to grow. And I'd rather have 50 honest, genuine people who care about my content and what I am giving, than random people who don't care and who come and watch 2 seconds of the video. You know, so it's about balancing things out and knowing that, look, what is right for you may not always be the easiest thing, but if it's right, then it is right, and you've got to do it. So one of the many things I do is public speaking coaching, where I teach people to master and own their voice. You know, I think our voice is very important, and how we use it. So I do take on clients, whether in groups or individuals, and just kind of work with them to get more confident at speaking, and like I like to put it, speaking their dream world into reality. Because I believe the world was formed by the power of the words we speak, and therefore the world you desire would also be formed by your ability to communicate. And I'm preparing for a discovery call now. I'll probably record some bits of that and put into this vlog. If there's anything I want to leave, you know, you guys who watch and who stay here with, it's the fact that you probably have more capacity than you know. You can do a lot more than you're probably giving yourself, you know, permission to do. Within you lies a lot of resource that you've been given that you can share with the world.
Constellation and stars, two laughs, two hearts. Out of this world is straight off the Mars. Said two bars, flows too fast. Two constellation and stars, two laughs, two hearts. Out of this world is straight off the Mars. When the energy's right, I follow the path.
Okay, people, and that's the end of this week's vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. I know we kind of had longer moments of, you know, talking, you know, at the camera and just sharing, but I think that's essentially what this is. There will be those kind of moments where it's me just sharing what I'm learning, what I'm going through, what the business is trying to do, and I hope you guys find that valuable, you know. I'll ask a favor of you guys though, if there's specific things that you'd like to see me share more about, you know, please do leave those in the comments. It will be good to know, just so that, you know, for the 50, 100 of you who watch this, you know, I can ensure that we're bringing the most value to you as much as possible. But yeah, see you guys next week for another wonderful vlog, and have a fantastic week ahead. All right, guys, see you then.
The energy's right, then we can do this.